Hi guys, good morning. Well, here in Washington it's a very chilly, very cold morning. 29 degrees. First time all year, well this season, that I've had to chip ice from the water troughs for the horses and the sheep. Just wanted to show you, so this was what I just did with the Liquitex gloss varnish. It's a 4-part. I don't know if you can see, if you could see this very clearly. Let me get this one here. Or if you can see the glitter that's in here. It's stunning. I'm really happy with this 4-part swipe, all metallics. It's gorgeous. I'm really happy with it. This is after 2 coats. I did 1 coat last night, the second coat, and I was gonna stop after the first one. The bottle recommended 2 thin coats. I did the second one, and my recommendation to you, definitely do at least the second very thin coat. It really transformed it to a different level. It's deep, it's gorgeous. I know I say that a lot, but I get excited. Okay, so I'm gonna move these guys. So it was a 4-part progressive, so full swipe, 3/4 swipe, half swipe, and then down to a quarter. So figured I'd try something a little bit new that I've never done or seen before. So, okay folks, this is going to be the start of my vinyl decal from vinyldisorder.com. You've probably heard me say this before if you've seen my videos. If you use them, use the code STIX, S-T-I-X, at checkout and you'll get a discount. So this is going to go on this concrete board. I've put actually 3 or 4 coats of varnish on this because the surface is a little bit rough and bumpy, so I wanted it to smooth out just a little bit. So this is another, on the previous video, another painting that I did with the varnish. It is super shiny. There's a video on this. If you go back a few videos, you'll see how this one was created. I'm also going to be varnishing this one. There's a lot of metallics. This one, mainly, you can see it through here. Chickens are freaking out outside. Is the what was it? Oh shoot, I can't remember what it was. It was something new that I tried. You can look up this video. This one was done also, videoed also. There's a story why I'm doing all these at the same time. Here's another one, the blue ring pour. And then the last one that I'm going to be doing today. Oh, hey, look at that. There's also a little friend that hitchhiked back in on my painting. Well, he could stay for the time being. It's cold. And then this one. This one was really pretty also. This is another of the new metallics that I can't think of the name. It's the color shift. That's what it was. It's the color shift paint. You look at it one way, it's like this ruby red color. Look at it another way, it's kind of copper. Kind of with the other one. Same deal. So that one I'm going to be doing the varnish on too. Very good friend of mine who has, I'm going to find out more details from him, has some degree of color blindness. And so I'm going to varnish a lot of these that I could find that are bright and shiny that might stand out, because he has those, like the colorblind, I can't remember what they're called, the glasses that colorblind people can use, and it makes colors more vivid, I guess. So we're going to show those to him and see the difference between his glasses and no glasses. So, hi Andrew. All right, so since I posted the last video, I've got a lot of responses that really want to know how these decals are applied. This is a vinyl decal. This is, you can pick from which kind of decals you want, like interior, exterior. This one's the heavy duty inside outside. There's 2 different layers to this, well 3. There's the decal itself, the black. There's the waxy paper on the back, and then the other, the film on the front, okay? What you want to do is very carefully, it's going to take a little bit of time. You want the back glossy, waxy paper to come completely off. I use a little cocktail toothpick, and it works pretty easily if you need to pick at some of these. And this decal has been squashed and stepped on, and so it might be a little more difficult to do. But if you just peel up the corner, stick it onto the front, it comes up really easily. So if you just peel the back at a sharp angle, peel up the corners, and then restick it to the front because you want everything stuck to the front. When these are fresh from the factory, they come up so much easier, but I've probably had this sucker for like a year. And again, it's been smushed in between paintings and moved around. And so sometimes you could take the back, fold it at a sharp angle, and kind of stick it to the front. And then it'll come off just like that. So it takes a little bit of patience. It takes a little bit of practice. But if you're slow at it, it should come off just, oops, and I threw my little cocktail. So if you have a really hard spot to do, use that little, or you can use the blade of a knife if you're really, really careful. But slowly and surely, this will start to come off easily. It took me a little bit to get the decals to come off nice and smooth, but a little bit of practice and, well, a little patience. It took me a lot of patience because I'm kind of impatient. So my impatience gets me in trouble. Anyway, so I'm going to skip ahead. I'm going to get this completely peeled off here. It's about, it's almost a halfway off already. So pause the video, come back. You'll see me in just a second. Okie dokie, guys. So I got the whole back peeled off. I'll put it on the back so you can see it. On these really fine little pieces here, I actually did flip it back over and push it down with my fingernails and my business card. I actually stuck it back down really hard. It makes it adhere to the front clear plastic a lot easier, and it peels off a lot easier. So if you need to take your time and just re-stick these down, so when it's the other way, you just take it and push it down with your thumbnails or whatever. That helps it come off a little bit easier too. So I'm going to re-straighten some of these letters out. Smush them back down. You want to make sure, this is kind of your last chance to make sure everything is nice and flat. And it looks pretty good. So, okay. I think what I wanted, I think I want this to be the top. I do. Okay. So then very carefully, if you are a perfectionist, you might want to draw grid lines or something, or mark the edges exactly where the top, or like a reference point, like this line, maybe the bottom line, have reference points on your piece. I don't do that because, again, I'm a little bit impatient. So what I do is I eyeball it the best that I can, and then I carefully start at the bottom and then smooth it all the way up. That's pretty good. It might be adjusted to this side a 1/16 of an inch, but I'm not going to cry about that. It's fine. This is for me, so it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. I could see that G. So when I was peeling it up, the G was really giving me problems. So I'm going to carefully lift him back up. If you haven't smoothed these down, you can sometimes peel them back up, but boy, they are really, really sticky. So try to get it right the first time if you can. But he was being a pill right from the start, so there we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this is really important. So the backing of this is stronger. The backing of the decal is stronger than the backing of the cover sheet. That's why it's on the white piece, because the white piece of paper is really, it's like wax paper, so it comes off fairly easy, but the sticker is really tough. So you can smush it down as much as you want, as hard as you like. Take a like a rubber bowl scraper or a business card or a plastic putty knife or your fingertips or something, and you really want to go around every piece of that decal. Make sure everything is down really, really hard and secured. There's two reasons. You want it to adhere and not move around or have bubbles, but the second, when you pull this top sheet off, you don't want anybody to move around or stick. I have tried this both ways, with and without varnish, or with or without epoxy, and always varnish it, whether it's the Liquitex varnish, epoxy, non-yellowing spray varnish. It is so much easier. It sticks so much better instead of going straight to paint or straight on like this, the concrete board, or straight on canvas. So much easier if you have a base layer down first. Okay, so there's no bubbles that I can see. I'm pretty confident with that, so we're going to very slowly. And always look right when you're pulling it up, because that's usually what will start peeling up and wrinkling your letters. I did one very similar to this. It was more of a green, had some, I think, golds and coppers. I donated it to a local church's fundraiser, and it had the same exact decal on this, or on it. So I wanted to do one for myself. It was one of my favorite pieces. It wasn't perfect because it was going to be for me. So there was some blemishes, and whoever bought it, I think Anna Marie bought it. But sorry, it wasn't absolutely perfect. It was going to be for me, but I thought it was going to a good cause, so I let it go. Now, if you saw that come up a little bit, that's fine. If it comes all the way up, you could just push the cover back on, smooth it down, make sure there's no little wrinkles. It's kind of forgiving. So if you want to try this, I would recommend doing something small, like do like a photo or a picture or a small saying. It does take a little bit of time to get a feel for it. So, oh, it's beautiful. So again, it's maybe over to the left just a smidgen, but there you go. There you have it. Turned out great. I love it to pieces. I will put a couple coats of varnish over the top of this just to protect it. And I'm going to put it on my wall in my kitchen probably. So just to remind me, somebody's got your back, Jack. So anyway, all right, turned out great. Shout out to everybody who wants to try this. If you want to see another tutorial on how to do these, I have different, I've got a bunch of different decals that I've bought. If you want to see it again in more detail or less detail, let me know. Send me a message. I'm on Facebook also. Shoot me a message below if you like. And there you go. Until next time, you will see me very soon.